The media has done it again. My entire life, the media has tried its best to convince the world that white America is just as racist as they were in the 1800s. This week, they painted white teenage boys at Covington Catholic School as proof that racism was still alive and well today. This time, supposedly a group of white teenage boys surrounded a Native American man and taunted him. Media outlets all over the place jumped all over the story based on an out-of-context video. And, of course, the left-wing wackos have proven yet again through Twitter that they are the violent and intolerant ones. With Alyssa Milano saying MAGA hats are the new white hood. Apparently she forgot Democrats created the white hood. Or Disney producer Jack Morrissey making jokes about putting a MAGA hat-wearing person through a wood chipper. Or SNL writer Sarah Beatty offering oral sex to anyone that punches the MAGA hat-wearing teen in the face. Yep, you heard that right. This woman offers to whore herself out if someone will beat up a minor. The list goes on and on and on from these sick and deranged people on the left. But of course, just like every other time, the truth has now started trickling out, and it was a far cry from what was reported. We can thank modern technology for showing us the truth. New videos have surfaced that show the other side of the story. The fact is, a group of racist black men known as the Black Israelites started shouting racist comments to the Native American group that was present.
That's right. Uncle Tomahawk. That's right. That's right. Bunch of Uncle Tomahawks. Why you don't crack that cracker with the head on? That's right. Why you don't crack his head? That's right. Why you don't speak to him like that? That's right. Because you're Uncle Tomahawk. That's right.
The black group was relentless with their racist verbal attacks. It wasn't until the Black Israelites turned their attention to the boys wearing MAGA hats that the media decided to take any interest at all. And even then, they misreported it. First off, the alleged victim was Nathan Phillips, a Native American that was supposedly disrespected racially by the young white teenage boys. Despite his group being verbally assaulted by the Black Israelites, he chose to approach the white teenage boys instead. The lying media reports they approached Phillips. But he most likely knew he could make more headlines instigating a scenario with a white person wearing a MAGA hat. It turns out Phillips has been a regular activist for the last 30 years. That is his right. But Phillips is of course milking the current crisis. He's being reported as a Vietnam vet who has spoken out about his experience when he returned home from Vietnam. The problem is, even though he did serve, he never went to Vietnam. He is a liar and a known activist that has gone to protest after protest to instigate a response. He has even appeared in music videos such as one by Skrillex, and ultimately he has proven to be someone always looking for attention. So these poor kids are actually being framed by the media. Not only did they do nothing wrong, especially anything racial, but it was a racist black group that actually started everything. The teenage boys proved to take the high ground by singing their school's anthem loudly and proudly, trying to drown out all the racial slurs coming from the black group. This group of Black Israelites called them racist while at the same time calling them crackers and future school shooters. So who are the real racists?
Why are you not angry at that? Corny ass Billy Bob. Why you not angry at that? Yeah, go talk to them. With them Make America Great hats on. Unbelievable, man. You little dirty ass crackers, your day coming. Your day coming. Your day coming.
Then Phillips, a left-wing wacko activist, made everything worse with his lies and instigation. Recently, Fox apologized for misreporting the death of Ruth Bader Ginsburg. That has little consequence, and yet they apologized anyway. You would think the left media would go out of their way to retract and apologize for this blatant example of misreporting, but they are silent. They are obviously aware of these facts because tweets from journalists and the overreactive Hollywood morons are suddenly being deleted. Why? Because they know they're wrong. Again. The headlines went from a group surrounds Native American to he had a smirk. Seriously? A smirk? Suddenly a smirk is racist? No, they're just covering their asses with another bullshit headline while they come up with something else without ever actually reporting the truth. The real problem is the left knows they don't have to retract anything because this feeds their narrative that whites are somehow still racist. They won't retract because it feeds their demographic. Their demographic is full of morons that have been lied to repeatedly by the media and still fall for the same shit over and over. Remember when Trump was a puppet to Bannon? They sure shut up with that lie once he fired Bannon. Remember when Hillary was supposed to win the presidential election by 98%? It was supposed to be a landslide. Yeah, how'd that turn out? Let's not even get into the whole Russia collusion lie, which was created only to make people forget Hillary rigged the primaries against Bernie, as well as hide the content of her emails. The media lies, and these hive-minded twits fall in line every single time. You can lie to these morons every single day, and they fall for it. Worst of all, the media doesn't have to do anything. The damage is done, and the agenda continues to move forward. It doesn't matter these lies are potentially ruining these kids' lives. It doesn't matter that contradicting evidence trickles out. They don't care. The lie that these boys are racist is now in the zeitgeist, and the left are ecstatic about it. This is a fucking shame, and every single one of these people in the media should be ashamed of themselves. They could and should report the truth that a black group of racist instigators were the cause of everything. But the truth has never helped liberals or the Democrat Party. They can never say that a group of blacks were not only starting the problems, but proved that they themselves were the racists.
Oh God, you niggas can get knocked the fuck out right now. Look at your fucking hat, nigga. You're retarded. Fucking retarded. Hey, brother.
Why? Because the truth would destroy their narrative, and they can't have that, regardless of how many times it happens.